Salah ad-Din Yusuf ibn Ayyub, or simply Saladin, stands as one of the most iconic figures of the medieval world, celebrated not only for his role in the Crusades but for his pivotal conquest of Jerusalem in 1187. As the first sultan of both Egypt and Syria, he achieved what seemed impossible, uniting fractured Muslim territories to become a formidable force against the Crusaders. Yet Saladin's legacy isn't just about his military victories. He has long been admired for his sense of honor, leadership, and even chivalry, qualities that continue to inspire debate and fascination among historians and history enthusiasts today. The context of the Third Crusade is crucial to understanding Saladin's legacy. Following the capture of Jerusalem by the Crusaders in 1099, the city became a focal point of Christian pilgrimage and military ambition. The Third Crusade, launched in response to Saladin's successful recapture of Jerusalem, saw prominent leaders like Richard the Lionheart attempting to reclaim the city. This conflict not only shaped the political landscape of the region, but also influenced the relationships between Christians and Muslims. What makes Saladin particularly fascinating is the ongoing debate about his reputation. Was he merely a fierce warrior, or did his actions reflect a more merciful and noble character? Many accounts highlight his generosity towards defeated foes, contrasting with the brutality often associated with warfare. This duality invites viewers to explore the complexities of his legacy and the impact he had on both his contemporaries and future generations. Before Salah ad-Din's campaign in 1187, Jerusalem was a city of immense religious significance, serving as a focal point for both Christians and Muslims. After its capture by the Crusaders in 1099, Jerusalem became a stronghold of Christian power, leading to a turbulent period marked by conflict and tension. The city was fortified and governed by various Christian factions, which often clashed with one another, creating an unstable environment that would ultimately set the stage for Saladin's ambitions. The Third Crusade was characterized by several key players, including Richard the Lionheart of England, Philip II of France, and the formidable Saladin himself. Each leader had their own motivations for engaging in this conflict, with Richard seeking to reclaim Jerusalem and enhance his reputation as a warrior king. Meanwhile, Saladin aimed to unite the Muslim territories and restore Jerusalem to its rightful place as a center of Islamic faith. Salah ad-Din's desire to reclaim Jerusalem was deeply rooted in both religious conviction and political strategy. For Muslims, the city was not only a sacred site, but also a symbol of unity and strength. Saladin recognized that regaining control of Jerusalem would solidify his leadership and inspire other Muslim factions to rally behind him. This desire for both spiritual and political legitimacy fueled his campaign, ultimately leading to the historic confrontation that would reshape the region's history. The Siege of Jerusalem in 1187 was a pivotal moment in the Crusades, showcasing the military strategies employed by Salah ad-Din and his forces. Saladin's tactics were characterized by a combination of psychological warfare, strategic encirclement, and relentless pressure on the Crusader defenders. He effectively cut off supply lines to the city, weakening the morale of the besieged forces. His troops utilized a series of well-coordinated assaults, employing archers and infantry to target key fortifications and create breaches in the walls. Despite these strategies, the siege was not without its challenges. The Crusaders, led by the steadfast defenders within the city, mounted a fierce resistance. They were fortified by their stronghold and motivated by their religious convictions, making them formidable opponents. Additionally, Saladin faced logistical issues, including the need to maintain a steady supply of food and resources for his own troops, while managing the diverse coalition of forces under his command. The significance of the siege extends beyond the immediate military victory. The successful capture of Jerusalem marked a turning point in the Crusades, as it not only restored the city to Muslim control, but also galvanized Muslim unity against the Crusaders. This event shifted the balance of power in the region and set the stage for future conflicts, highlighting the enduring struggle between Christian and Muslim forces in the Holy Land. Saladin's triumph at Jerusalem solidified his legacy as a key figure in Islamic history and a symbol of resistance against foreign invasion. The events leading to the capture of Jerusalem in 1187 unfolded over several weeks, culminating in a dramatic and decisive conclusion. The siege began in September, with Salah ad-Din's forces surrounding the city and initiating a series of assaults. By late September, the Crusaders were already feeling the strain of dwindling supplies and morale. Key events included the successful capture of the city's water supply, which severely impacted the defenders' ability to sustain themselves. As the siege progressed, Saladin's forces intensified their attacks, employing siege engines and archers to breach the city's formidable walls. The final assault occurred on October 2nd, when Saladin Saladin launched a coordinated attack on multiple fronts. The defenders, overwhelmed and outnumbered, fought valiantly but ultimately could not withstand the relentless pressure. By the evening of October 2nd, the city fell, marking a significant victory for Saladin. The capture of Jerusalem had profound emotional and political implications. For Muslims, it was a moment of triumph and a restoration of a sacred city that had been under foreign control for nearly a century. The victory galvanized Muslim unity and pride, elevating Saladin to a legendary status. Conversely, for the Christian world, the loss of Jerusalem was a devastating blow, prompting calls for a new crusade and deepening the divide between the two faiths. This event not only reshaped the political landscape of the region, but also left a lasting legacy in the history of the Crusades. The character and leadership of Saladin have been subjects of intense debate among historians and scholars, presenting contrasting views of him as either a ruthless warrior or a merciful conqueror. On the one hand, some argue that his military strategies and decisive actions during the conquest of Jerusalem reflect a fierce and uncompromising nature. His relentless siege tactics and the swift capture of the city demonstrate a warrior's resolve, emphasizing his commitment to reclaiming Muslim lands from the Crusaders. Conversely, many accounts highlight Saladin's treatment of prisoners and civilians, painting him as a leader of compassion and mercy. After the fall of Jerusalem, he famously allowed many Christian inhabitants to leave the city unharmed, and he even negotiated the release of prisoners for a modest ransom. His decision to spare the lives of the defeated Crusaders rather than execute them has been cited as evidence of his noble character. These contrasting views have significantly shaped Saladin's legacy. To many Muslims, he is celebrated as a hero and a symbol of Islamic unity and strength. In the Western narrative, however, he is often viewed through the lens of chivalry, embodying the ideals of a noble warrior. This duality in perception continues to influence how Saladin is remembered today, making him a complex figure in the annals of history, embodying both the harsh realities of war and the virtues of mercy. The long-term impact of Saladin's conquest of Jerusalem in 1187 reverberated throughout the region, significantly influencing future relations between Muslims and Christians. His successful reclamation of the city not only restored it to Muslim control, but also set a precedent for future interactions between the two faiths. While the immediate aftermath saw heightened tensions and calls for further crusades, Saladin's reputation for mercy and chivalry fostered a complex relationship characterized by both conflict and respect. His actions encouraged a narrative of mutual recognition, which would echo through the centuries. In Islamic history and culture, Saladin is revered as a unifying figure who embodied the ideals of leadership, bravery, and justice. His ability to unite disparate Muslim factions against a common enemy solidified his status as a national hero. Saladin's legacy is celebrated in literature, art, and folklore, where he is often depicted as a paragon of virtue and a defender of the faith. In modern times, Saladin is remembered not only as a military leader, but also as a symbol of resistance against foreign domination. His legacy transcends religious boundaries, inspiring various movements for justice and sovereignty. Today, he is often invoked in discussions about identity, nationalism, and the ongoing complexities of Muslim-Christian relations, making him a timeless figure whose influence continues to resonate in contemporary discourse. In this video, we explored the remarkable achievements and character of Salah ad-Din Yusuf ibn Ayyub, focusing on his pivotal role in the conquest of Jerusalem in 1187. We discussed how his military strategies and leadership not only led to the successful reclamation of the city, but also shaped the dynamics of Muslim-Christian relations for centuries to come. Saladin's reputation as both a fierce warrior and a merciful leader highlights the complexities of his character, making him a multifaceted figure in history. As we reflect on Saladin's legacy, it becomes clear that historical figures are often more nuanced than they appear. His actions and decisions continue to spark debates about morality, leadership, and the nature of conflict, inviting us to consider the broader implications of their legacies. If you found this exploration of Saladin and the conquest of Jerusalem insightful, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel for more engaging content on historical figures and events. Don't forget to like this video and share it with friends who might also be interested in learning about the complexities of history. Your support helps us continue to create informative and thought-provoking content. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.